everyone, so today we are starting in like a nice setup, but this is going to be a vlog. So basically, I think 2 videos ago now, I showed you guys all of the manga that I have received or bought in the last couple like literally a week. But today we are going to be trying all of these different manga series out because I got a whole ton of like beginning of series or full series, so obviously I want to try them all out. I think I have 7 first volumes of manga to be trying out in this video, so this might all be today or it might go over a couple of different days. Not totally sure yet. We'll see how I'm feeling, but I am really excited to be trying all of these. Like I suddenly am in like more of a manga mood because I got a bunch of new ones, so really excited to be trying all of these. I'm going to show you guys the volumes that I will be reading in this video. Just a disclaimer that in this video I will be going into detail about these manga series, but all of them I also haven't read before, so like I'm not rereading them. So I will be spoiling things, but everything will have happened in the first volume. So just if you don't want to know anything about these, I guess don't watch this video, but I'm going to be discussing these volumes in detail to be able to tell you guys what I like about it, what I don't, what series I'm going to continue with, which ones I recommend, etc. So yeah, we have 7 series to try in the next couple of days or today, depending on how we're feeling. But yeah, let's go over it. The only one that I am rereading is Tokyo Ghoul Volume 1. I read Volume 1 years ago, probably back in middle school. I'm now in my graduate degree, so it's been a long time since I read this. I do remember what happens in this first volume, but I definitely need to reread it before I can continue with this series. And I do know that I gave it a 5-star when I first read it, so I'm really interested to see how I feel about it several years later. Then the next big one that everyone seems really excited for me to try for the first time is Sailor Moon. I discussed in my manga haul video that my cat is outside the door. Are you being a brat? You want me in the video? Come on. Oh my goodness, my big boy. What's up? What's up? Are you excited to read some manga today? Yeah? We kind of match right now. I'm in black and white, or I have black and white stripes. Oh, we got both kitties. Hello. Oh, you're such a grumpster. Yeah, I discussed in my manga haul that I never got to read, I never like read or watched this as a child, so this is my first time really experiencing Sailor Moon. I don't even think I've ever watched like an episode of the anime. I just, through osmosis, know a lot about Sailor Moon. One of my best friends in like grade school loved Sailor Moon. I feel like every girl my age loved Sailor Moon as a kid, so we're gonna be trying it for the first time ever, which is very exciting. And then we have an older series. I have Dead Man Wonderland Volume 1. This is one I picked up a little bit ago when I was in Ohio, and this is one, again, I really have no clue what this one is about, but I hear a lot of people talking about it and highly recommending it, and it's one that has always caught my attention. Like every time I go into a bookstore and see the manga section, I always see these and I always am really interested in them. I also had quite a few people in college like recommend this series specifically to me because we would talk about anime and manga a lot. We have a good balance of shoujo and shonen, which I'm excited about. Another shonen I have is Beastars, and this, I actually got quite a few comments on that manga haul video saying that this has amazing character development, which I'm really excited about. I love character development in manga. Like anytime I talk about like Naruto and stuff, I always mostly talk about the characters. Characters are my favorite thing in manga. Like, I could care less what's actually going on as long as the characters are really awesome. So I'm really excited to hear that. And then we have one that I've been wanting to try for so long. Again, I don't know if it's gay. Like, I feel like it's gay. I don't know, though. And that is The 7 Princes of the Thousand Year Labyrinth. If you guys didn't know, one of my favorite tropes ever is, like, trials. Like, characters going through like trials of things. The ones that I can immediately think of is Naruto the Chunin exams, or Cirque du Freak by Darren Shan, like the trials that the kid goes through. I love that trope. I love Battle to the Death and I love trials, and this seems to be one. It's about 7 princes. I feel like it's queer. I don't know though. And then the two I am arguably the most excited about are Komi Can't Communicate by Tomohito Oda, and this is one that my friend Dylan has highly recommended to me for a very long time, and he's the one who sent me these volumes of Komi, and I don't know, this sounds like it's gonna be such a fun series, like very heartwarming. All of the comments I've gotten about this just say it is just so cute and endearing, so very excited for that one. And then the last one is Daytime Shooting Star by Mika Yamamori, and this just looks so freaking cute. I got a lot of comments that the art style is amazing, which I feel like I can tell just from the cover, and also that apparently you just fall in love with characters and the relationship and get really dedicated really fast, which I love. I love cute, fun, fluffy stories like this sometimes. So let's see which one I want to read first. So I think today, let me see. I think today my goal is going to be these three. Beastars, Komi, and Daytime Shooting Star. These are the three I want to 100% get to today, and these ones I will get to if I'm still in the mood for some manga after finishing these, or I'll get to them tomorrow. I feel like that's a good split of different things. So yeah, I think I'm going to start with these. I think I'm going to start with Daytime Shooting Star, and then basically just go in this order: Daytime Shooting Star, Komi, and then Beastars. So let's get reading. Alright, so I just finished Daytime Shooting Star Volume 1. I really enjoyed it. I'm very happy. I have a couple sticky notes in different places that I want to talk about. But, so to begin with, quick synopsis. In this first volume, we follow Yosano Suzumi, who is a girl who originally lived in the countryside of Japan. Like, she talks about how, like, there's not even any, like, street signs or like street lights or anything in her town. It's so tiny. Everyone just walks everywhere, and her parents get transferred to Europe, I believe it was, for their job, and she is told that she's gonna go to Tokyo and spend some time with her uncle so that she can finish up school and everything. And so she moves to Tokyo by herself and starts going to school there, and there she meets her teacher, who is a guy who like actually helps her a bit when she first gets to Tokyo, and is also her uncle's friend and also becomes her tutor. So there's kind of this crush on the teacher trope, which I will see how it goes. Sometimes it's okay, sometimes it's not. The fact that she's 15 and he's 24 is a little weird, but we'll see. Sometimes that like starts out as a crush, and then the main girl like starts getting a crush on someone else. So we're gonna hope that doesn't actually happen. And then she meets a boy named Mamura, who she becomes friends with, and then there's this girl Yuyuko, something like that, who's super mean, and I don't know why she's friends with this girl. Like, she was super rude to her and like sent her somewhere completely different for like a gathering of friends and everything, and was just kind of a bitch, but like there's friends now, and I'm kind of like, why? But a couple of little things that I wanted to discuss. Firstly, I think I mentioned a couple of times I wasn't sure if this was queer or not, and so far it's not, but the author seems to be pretty open about like LGBT characters and LGBT people existing, at least, because like there's been a couple of times where people like say, like, she was like, oh, I thought you were my uncle's boyfriend. or there's a part where it gives little like bios of each character, and it's her uncle's bio, and he's like, I get asked out by a lot of men even though I like women, and I'm like, oh, that's like really cool. I feel like I don't see that a lot in manga or anime where they even acknowledge LGBT characters, so I'm still hoping it turns queer somehow because that'd just be great, but it is great to see it being talked about nicely. So yeah, so her first interaction with Mamura I thought was just so freaking adorable. I really hope she likes him. Like, that's the character I'm rooting for at the moment, and Mamura is just this guy who she sits next to in class, and she asks to like share his textbook, and when they go to flip the page, he literally just like takes his hand away because like their hands touch, and he just takes his hand away and he's like, nope, I don't want it, just take it, take the textbook. And I'm like, okay. It's kind of funny. The only thing that I didn't really understand in this volume is like with Mamura later on, she like touches him, like just grabs his hand, and he like freaks the fuck out, and I really don't know what happened here. She's like, oh, could it be he hasn't been exposed to girls enough, and she like pokes him and he like freaks the fuck out and like blushes a lot. And that's the only thing that I didn't really understand, was he was like, don't tell anyone about this, and I'm like, what would she say? Mamura's like nervous around girls? Like, is that bad of a thing to tell people? So that kind of like scenario where he was like, don't tell anyone about this, and she was like, okay, I won't tell anyone, but in exchange be my friend. I was kind of like, is this that extreme of a thing that you don't want people to know that you get nervous around girls, that you'd be this person's friend? I don't know, it didn't totally make sense to me, but I feel like maybe I missed something. Also, something I wanted to point out, freaking love the fact that she's good at sports. I am so sick of shoujo main characters just sucking at everything and like not being able to do anything on their own, and they're just so completely reliant on boys, and they're always like suck at PE, and there's always that like scene in PE class where like they fall and hurt themselves, and then the boy has to carry them to the nurse's office and stuff like that, and I love it. She's really good at volleyball and sports and stuff. I love it. I also really like that she's kind of a slack off. Like, she doesn't really like school. She doesn't really study much. She gets like an F, like a 12% on her first test and everything. Kind of like that. I feel like we follow a lot of like, what is it, like type A kind of people who in manga a lot, who like study all the time and are really into studying, suck at sports, and just like that kind of person. So it's really fun reading a completely different character for once. But yeah, I really did enjoy this. I think I'm gonna give this first volume a 4 out of 5 stars, and I will definitely be continuing with the series. I'm really excited to read more of this. I think I have the first 4 volumes of it, so very excited. And now I'm gonna go and read Komi Can't Communicate. So, volume 1, number 1 of volume 1, all done. Let's move on to the next one. Hey! Okie dokie, so I just finished Komi Can't Communicate. I loved this first volume. I'm so happy I loved this so much because, again, Dylan has been telling me to read it for so long, and I have 5 volumes of this, which I'm very excited to binge read. So, for people who don't know, this story follows a boy named Tadano, I believe, he's like a freshman in high school, and they go to this very elite prep school, and there he meets Komi, who is this girl that everyone thinks is gorgeous and is super popular because she's so pretty, and everyone just thinks she's like so out of their league and everything. But it turns out that Komi actually has a communication disorder, that she literally cannot speak. Like, she's basically mute. She wants to be able to talk to people but just cannot speak. And Tadano is the first person that she ever communicates with by writing. down what she's feeling, and he makes it a goal for them to make her 100 friends at school. And basically just follows them like trying to get her friends in the school, and it's adorable. I described this as really endearing, and it's very, very funny. It had me cracking up a couple of times. We also have a genderqueer character who I think I've never seen that in a manga before, so that's really cool. But yeah, it's so funny. I'm pretty sure I like scrolled down on this page that they make her, you know, introduce herself, and it's kind of one of those things that keeps showing like, you know, what other people are seeing versus like what she's actually feeling. And the teacher asks everyone to introduce themselves, and she like obviously just cannot get herself to say her name, so she walks up to the blackboard and writes it down, and everyone in the class thinks she's so cool and like aloof and mysterious, but in reality she's just really, really timid and nervous to talk. And then yeah, her and Tadano's relationship, they're not like dating, but like their friendship is so freaking cute. I was a big fan of them. And yeah, then we do have a genderqueer character who I'm not genderqueer. I'm a cisgender person, so I don't know if this is good representation, but they go back and forth between they, he, and she, and sometimes they say they identify as a boy, sometimes they say they identify as a girl, sometimes they wear dresses and skirts, and sometimes they wear pants and regular shirts. So never seen that in a manga. That's really cool. I'm loving how all of these new release mangas are having queer characters and like queer discussions. It's awesome. And yeah, I just can't get over how adorable Komi is. Like, this is just like, she finally made another friend, and then just, she's so excited. It's so cute. She's such a cute character. She's so unique. I've never read about a character like this. And yeah, like they make her cry at one point, and it's the saddest thing in the entire freaking book. Yeah, I really, really enjoyed this, and I give this first volume 5 out of 5 stars. If you guys didn't know, I do like rank manga versus novels differently. I rank like rate books against other books, and manga I rate against other mangas. So like this to me is a 5-star manga volume, and I am definitely going to be continuing with this one, and I'm so excited to pick up the other volumes probably pretty soon. So yeah, we have 2 volumes down, and then the next one I'm going to read, where'd I put it? I'm gonna pick up Beastars next, and again, I am pretty pumped to check this one out just because it seems like such a unique manga, and also people said that the character development is awesome, so gonna definitely pick up this one next. I think it's only like it's not even 2 o'clock yet, so I might read this and one more, so we'll see if I want to keep reading manga or if I just want to play Animal Crossing. But I'm definitely going to read this one next. So, yeah. We have Tete here. Tete, are you gonna film with us? Alright, so I just finished Beastars Volume 1, and I loved it. I feel like this video is just gonna be being like, oh my god, I love every single book I'm reading, like a normal booktuber does. But yeah, no, I've actually loved this. This is so unique, just like I was thinking it would be, and I adore our main character. So basically, this is about a world where everyone are animals, different types of animals and everything, and we are in a school system, high school and junior high. It seems like they kind of interact, and we are following this high school right after one of their students is murdered. And basically there are herbivores and carnivores mostly. They haven't mentioned omnivores, but there are basically herbivores and carnivores, and so predators and prey. And people are saying that a carnivore student ate this student who was murdered because he was an herbivore, he was an alpaca, And so everyone's really, really on edge, and we mostly follow a group of students who are in the drama club and all are working together on a play at the moment. And we follow, our main character is Tagoshi, who is the largest type of animal in like his kind of kingdom. He's a gray wolf, so he's like the biggest in kind of the dog kingdom. And so everyone is really, really terrified of him, but he was actually really, really good friends with the boy who died. And it's kind of about him, like he tries to talk to the girl that the boy who died was in love with, and then something happens where he is told to kind of like stand guard for the drama kids were doing something, and he ends up kind of terrifying this little bunny girl, and it seems like some sort of romance is gonna happen, which I think is gonna be so freaking cute. So I love our main character though. Tagoshi is such an amazing character. I love him so much already, and I'm so interested to see what is going to happen kind of with these dynamics of the herbivores and the carnivores, as well as this kind of murder mystery that's going on, because it didn't seem like we didn't really get any information about this murder mystery in this first volume, so I don't know if it's going to be like an overarching plot line, but I'm really, really impressed, and the art style is so interesting. Like, it is like nothing I've ever really read before. It's almost more comic style than manga style, and yeah, no, I'm incredibly impressed with this. Like, going from having never heard of this to trying it and thinking it was this good, I'm pretty impressed with this. So yeah, I would probably give this like a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I liked it more than Daytime Shooting Star, but less than Komi Can't Communicate. But I will definitely be continuing this series, so I'm really hoping that the next couple of volumes are just as good, because yeah, this was such a surprise. But yeah, I think I'm going to be taking a bath tonight, so I might read one more volume. If I do, I will update you guys on that, but if not, I will definitely pick up the rest of the volumes I have to read tomorrow, and I will tell you guys about them as I read them. Good morning everyone, so it is the next day, but I read my first manga of the day. Unfortunately starting out on like a lower note. I loved all of the manga I read yesterday, but this one wasn't great. I'm kind of upset about it because I was really, really looking forward to this one. This one has probably been on my want to try list the longest out of all of these. Basically, the basic premise of this is that in this world, the like king kind of like monarch, patriarch, whatever king thing is like one king, and then there's 7 servants to the king. So to pick the next king, they put 8 people in this like castle that has a bunch of like, not really trials like I was thinking they would be, but more like just trying to kill them, and they have to just get out of the castle, and whoever gets out of the castle like wins kind of thing. And basically just from this first volume, I feel like I know exactly what's gonna happen in this so far. Like, it's pretty obvious what's going to happen. I'm pretty sure this series is only like 3 or 4 volumes in general, so there's not that much you can do with it. But yeah, I wasn't super impressed, so I don't know if I would continue this unless someone says that it gets outstandingly better. But like, yeah, from this first volume, I feel like I know what's gonna happen. Also, this definitely seems like a manga kind of like Black Butler, where the author totally wanted to make this gay and was told not to because it would do better if it wasn't. And it's just, I don't know, make it gay or don't make it gay. Like, don't have this queer baiting shit in your manga. So I would probably only give this like a 2.5, maybe 3 out of 5 stars. It was just okay. The art style is really, really gorgeous for sure, but it was just nothing special. Again, I feel like I know exactly what's gonna happen in the later volumes, and I wasn't super impressed. Alright, and we finished Dead Man Wonderland. So, this was one I really didn't know very much going into, so now I have an actual synopsis for you guys. So, in this manga, we follow Ganta, who is a middle school boy who, in like the first chapter of this, he is in class and this man called the Red Man, who like embodies the original sins, shows up in his classroom and murders everyone besides him, and he's like completely uninjured by this. So the police think that he did it, and he gets arrested and charged with murder of all of his classmates. And the prison in Tokyo is called Dead Man Wonderland. Also, it's hilarious. This book takes place in 2023, and the technology is so much better than it's going to be in actual 2023. But yeah, so he goes to this prison called Dead Man Wonderland, which is basically just like this really advanced prison, and the death row inmates have like these collars on that slowly inject poison into them, and they have to eat this specific food every couple of days to be able to not die from this poison. And to get this food, you have to like have these basically money, and so it's basically now about him trying to figure out how to get money to be able to buy this food. I'm definitely really interested in this. I have volume 2, so I will definitely be checking that out next. But I think I would give this first volume around a 3.5 out of 5 star. Definitely interesting, but not like, it doesn't have me like itching to pick up the next volume immediately. I definitely want to give the next one a try, just especially because I have it. But yeah, it was interesting, but it wasn't like the best thing I've ever read. The thing I'm the most interested in this book though is this girl on the back. She like is his friend from childhood, but he doesn't remember her at all, but she's also at this prison. So I'm mostly interested in her. Like, she's the biggest part that I'm like, ooh, I want to know what's up with her. But yeah, this first volume was fine. Definitely gonna try out the second volume and see if I want to continue. But glad I at least tried this out because I've been hearing about it for so long. But next, I think I'm going to pick up Sailor Moon, which that's gonna be fun. Alright, so I just finished reading Sailor Moon Volume 1. I don't want to be mean about this, but like I feel like the biggest thing that I want to say is like I think I would have liked this a lot if I'd read it in middle school, but it's very, very young. I get why a lot of people really liked it when they were younger, but reading this as an adult, it's just very young. Basically, if you don't know what Sailor Moon is about, it's about this young 14-year-old girl in middle school who gets powers to be Sailor Moon. And then there's a group of girls that she's friends with, and they all become the Sailor Scouts who protect the world from evil. And right off the bat, this volume has everything I know about Sailor Moon in it. It's got Sailor Moon, it's got the cat Luna, it's got Tuxedo Mask, and the Sailor Scouts. So, like, literally everything is in this first volume, which... okay, but right off the bat, like every single chapter is just like, oh, there's evil, we need to defeat it, and then they defeat the evil with magic and friendship. And Nico's over there giggling. It literally is. Yeah, I mean, Sailor Moon I know is like the original kind of magic girl thing, but yeah, it's just very, very young. I have the entire series from Dylan, so like I might try it again. A lot of people requested like a vlog of me reading through the entirety of Sailor Moon for the first time, so I might do that if people want me to do it. But this first volume was not very good. It definitely did not hook me. I honestly started skimming because there was so much repetition right from the first volume, so I would probably give this like a 2.5 out of 5 stars. Tell me if it gets better. Tell me if you guys would want me to like read through the series in a vlog. I might do it if people said it actually gets better later on, because yeah, this first volume was a lot. It was so young. Yeah. That's all I got. So now I'm gonna go read the last volume of manga I have for this video. Alright, so I finished the last volume of manga I had for this video, which is Tokyo Ghoul. This was my only reread this video, and I mean, I liked it just as much as I did the first time. I don't know if I'd give it like a 5-star, maybe like a 4.5 out of 5 star, but the premise of this is so interesting and unique, and the writing is awesome, the art style is awesome. It totally has me hooked. I totally want to continue with the series. If you don't know Tokyo Ghoul, we follow Kaneki Ken, who I feel like that name is just ingrained in everyone's brain who knows anime at all. You follow Kaneki Ken, who is a college freshman who gets into an accident while he's on a date with a girl who turns out to be a ghoul, and she is pronounced dead at the scene, so they take her organs and put them into his because he is injured and he needs an organ transplant, and they just do the organ transplant using hers, and so he becomes half ghoul, half human. And it's a lot about this feeling of like not really belonging with humans but also not fully belonging with ghouls, and also him learning the world of ghouls that he has really no idea anything about, basically. And yeah, this first volume is awesome. It is so fast-paced, so interesting. It really like just drops you right into the story immediately, and I really enjoyed it. So I'd probably give this a 4.5 out of 5 stars. But yeah, so okay, this weekend, or it's not even the weekend, it was Tuesday and Wednesday that I filmed this. In the last 2 days, I read 7 new to me, or 6 new to me and 1 older series that I tried out. I'll just like recap everything I read real quick. Tokyo Ghoul, 4.5 out of 5 stars for this first volume. I will definitely be continuing with this series. Sailor Moon Volume 1, 2.5 out of 5 stars. Will continue with the series if people want me to do a vlog. Dead Man Wonderland Volume 1, 3.5 out of 5 stars. Definitely want to at least try the next volume to see if I want to read this entire series, but it seems very promising. The Seven Princes and the Thousand-Year Labyrinth, 2.5 out of 5 star. Probably will not be continuing with this series. Komi Can't Communicate was our 1 5-star first volume. Absolutely adored this. Absolutely will be binging the other 5 volumes I have of this series. Absolutely loved it. Daytime Shooting Star, which I gave a 4 out of 5 star. Definitely will be continuing with the series. I think I have 4 more volumes of this to try out, so I will definitely be reading those, and I do hope it gets a little bit better, but this was very promising. And Beastars Volume 1, 4.5 out of 5 stars. Will definitely be continuing with this series and picking up the rest of the volumes that are out like as soon as possible. But yeah, so I mean, we got 5 series that I am wanting to continue reading, and just 2 that I'm kind of meh about. One that I definitely won't be trying again, and the other one I will only really read the whole thing because I have the entire series already. But I'm so excited to have found 5 new series to get into, considering, again, I think I mentioned at the beginning of this video that I feel like I'm kind of like out of manga series at the moment. I feel like all of my series have ended. I'm only really reading 2 at the moment, which is I Hear the Sunspot and Boruto. So I'm so excited to get into some manga that are ongoing. Like, these 3 are all ongoing. Beastars, Komi, and Daytime Shooting Star are ongoing. Tokyo Ghoul is complete and I have the full series, so I can just binge read that, which is awesome. And the Dead Man Wonderland, I don't know if it's finished, but there's a lot of volumes of that out. So I'm just really excited to have some new manga to be reading. So this experiment was really great. But yeah, anyways, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video, and definitely tell me down in the comments below what you guys thought of these manga, what you think I should do about Sailor Moon, and any other comments that you've had while watching this video. And anyways, I love y'all, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye!